Local 15 weather with Chief Meteorologist Derek Beasley.
Those are some very, very lucky women. I mean, it makes your stomach turn just watching that video.
They're lucky. The only problem is that they're getting prosecuted. It could have been a lot worse than that.
It could have been a lot worse there, but you know, this weekend wasn't that bad.
No.
It wasn't.
You know, on one end, I'm a little upset that it didn't turn out the way I thought it would. But on the other end, I got a lot of stuff done.
We're okay with that.
And that's fine. You know, we did see some storms this weekend, but not quite as many as we were expecting here across the area. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. And looks like we're going to see lower rain chances for this week. Some heat and humidity and a few storms out there right now. Here's a look at live pinpoint Doppler over in Baldwin County. Just south of Bay Minette. Looks like this is right around Stapleton, or at least just north of there. And you see those storms are going to be tracking southwestward towards Spanish Fort and Daphne here over the next half hour to 45 minutes. Other storms through southern portions of Baldwin County now, moving out of Pensacola. This storm was over Pensacola about an hour ago. It is now slowly moving off towards the south and west of Orange Beach. You guys are next in line, as well as Gulf Shores, if they do hold together, which I think they will, and across sections of Jackson County in Mississippi, just north of I-10, north of Moss Point, heading up towards Popetown, right along the George-Jackson County line. But besides that, Mobile, things are quiet here, and it looks like that'll be the case this evening. Any of the storms that are out there now should dissipate after sunset. The view from space showing the clouds that we had today actually were for some storms over the Gulf, and the tops of those storms were blowing off over our area, so we had some filtered sunshine. But despite that, temperatures still reaching around 90, especially here in Mobile, and a little bit cooler over in Pensacola, down to 83 with those storms that moved through about an hour ago. And it feels like close to 100 degrees in some spots that are seeing that sunshine right now. So the heat and humidity is back, and it's going to stay for a while. Notice the rain chances taper off after sunset. Looks like we're going to have a partly cloudy sky overnight tonight. Temperatures falling back to around 70. The story for this week, though, is now we have these storms in place, but high pressure to the west is actually going to start building in. Watch what happens here. Yellow and orange colors indicating the temperatures we're seeing now, but notice how much more red it gets by the time we get towards the middle part of the week. High pressure will build in, and that's going to crank our temperatures up and lower our rain chances. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, there may be a couple of storms around, but nothing too significant expected across our area. And we expect things to stay that way at least through the end of the week. We may start to see an uptick in the storm chances here by the end of the week. Pinpoint predictor again showing less than 20% chance for a storm or two tomorrow along the sea breeze front, and the same thing for Wednesday. Overall, though, looking like it's going to be relatively quiet for the middle part of the week. By the way, Bertha out in the Atlantic, now a hurricane, is going to stay well offshore. Winds now at about 80 miles an hour. It's going to continue moving well out in the open Atlantic, so no concern for us here in the United States. Here's a look at your beach forecast for tomorrow. Lower 80s, flat surf, southwest wind 5 to 15, and a medium rip current risk here for tomorrow. Of course, if you want to get your forecast all the time on your smartphone, just type in WPMI WX on your phone in the App Store, and you'll be able to download it and get the radar and the 7-day anytime. Here's your 7-day forecast. Chance for rain is going to be less than 20% through the middle part of the week, so there will be a couple of storms around, but nothing too significant. Highs around 90, lows around 70, and then rain chances should pick up a little bit this weekend, but at this point does not look like a washout, kind of similar to what we had this past weekend.
Yeah, so things turned out pretty good this weekend, and it looks like we're going to have to start watering the grass again.
Yeah, I noticed a couple of my plants already starting to wilt, so I gotta do a little water.
All right, Derek, thanks. Hey, say hello to Courtney.